So, the accelerating crises of societal and ecological collapse aren't because people are a virus or inherently evil, and that line of thinking, as well as other overpopulation ideas, are all a one-way road to eugenics and genocide. Not only is that dangerous, it is also a shitty and flat-out wrong narrative that obscures historic and geopolitical reality. Humans are not a virus. Capitalism is. And this is easily proven by the fact every indigenous culture in history managed to cultivate place-based stewardship, sustainable vibrant communities, and balanced ecosystems for, about 60,000 years before capitalism came and destroyed it all. The truth is, indigenous societies and cultures are sustainable, but capitalism and colonialism are not. This is because capitalism and colonialism are built on relentless extraction, endless growth, and the commodification of all life. This system actively devours everything in its path, eroding community bonds, erasing cultural wisdom, and poisoning the very air, water, soil, and climate we depend on, all for short-term profit. This capitalist meat grinder, turbocharged by colonialism, has propelled the planet to irreversible brink of collapse in a mere 200 years, a fleeting moment against the deep timescales of indigenous sustainability. This undeniable reality makes decolonization and the Landback movement not just acts of justice, but essential revolutionary action that our very survival depends on. Justice and ecological sustainability are inseparable threads of the same fabric. Landback fundamentally means returning stolen lands to indigenous sovereignty and care, a process embodying the restoration of legal and decision-making jurisdiction to indigenous nations worldwide. Landback means re-establishing the stewardships that are grounded in millennium of knowledge and cultural practices. Knowledge colonialism has spent centuries trying to destroy in a race to enable limitless devouring of land and resources for the profits of a few billionaires. Landback enables cultural revitalization, the renewing of languages, ceremonies, and governance that are woven into the land itself. It involves repairing relationships with each other and with nature by confronting and reckoning with historic and ongoing injustices so that we can build a new society free of colonial culture founded on our sustainable coexistence. Decolonization means dismantling the oppressive systems of extraction imposed by colonialism and capitalism and focusing society's energy back on things that matter, like universal benefits, healthier ecosystems, resilient communities, and the liberation of our minds from this suicidal logic of infinite growth on a finite resource planet. Supporting this transformation is not utopianism, it is essential to our survival. Everyone's survival, including the settler populations. Placing land back under indigenous care, anchored in proven sustainable practices that are again refined over millennium, is an urgent, non-negotiable act of global survival and ecological restoration. Colonial culture, fused with capitalism, inherently prioritizes fleeting profit for a few over the enduring health of the earth and the fate of future generations, and it cannot go on any longer. Attempting to save this inherently destructive colonial capitalist system is like trying to save the cancer consuming our bodies, which, thanks to the microplastics capitalists have polluted the entire world with, we are literally having to endure right now. Landback is not a retreat into the past, it is the building of the future. It is the essential act of justice and ecological healing required to forge a viable, equitable world. It is literally planting the trees whose shade we will never sit under. Landback and decolonization means embracing the only systems humanity has ever known capable of sustaining complex life on Earth for the long term, which is the indigenous sovereignty and stewardship of the land. And frankly, none of us have a future without it. Anyway, something to think about.